Do you feel it? Do you feel it in the air?
What is good, guys? I want to welcome you guys to this squat commentary. I did this workout yesterday on the 7th, and speaking of the 7th, it was my brother's birthday, and so shout out to Wilson if you're watching this. Happy birthday, or happy belated birthday to you. Anyways, let's get right into this. I'm going to play the video. And so, as you can see, well, first of all, just wanted to try something new here with the split screen. So comment below if you guys enjoy this, or if you prefer me just talking without seeing my face or anything. So yeah, as you can see, I started off this workout with some warm-ups. Like I said, I have really bad ankle mobility, so I've been training it every time I hit a leg day. I've been foam rolling my calves, excuse me, and I've also been just doing a bunch of different stretches, mobility stretches, in order to stay more upright. And so, as you can see, I'm warming up with the bar right there. I did 15 reps with just the bar alone. Pretty standard. If you guys have been watching my videos, you guys know my acclimation sets. I start off with just the bar, and then I move on to, as you can see here, 135 pounds, a plate on each side. And the goal for these acclimation sets is to, of course, engage my CNS, my central nervous system, to get ready for the heavy weights, and also so that I can get my form down. I do each rep as if I'm about to do a heavy weight, and it's good to keep that mentality, to have that mindset of just attacking the weight, just getting your form down before you actually hit your working sets. And right here I'm doing 185 pounds. I did it for 8 reps. And as you guys saw, I changed the angle of the side view. Usually when I do the side view, I have my phone on the ground, and it's kind of an awkward position for the phone because it's aiming up and you can't really see how deep I'm really going. It kind of distorts it. And so instead I created this little mechanism. I put my phone on top of the dumbbell, and so I raise the phone up and level it off with my body. And so I really enjoy this view. I think the side view is the best at capturing how deep I'm going and just my form. But anyways, yeah, moved on from 185 to 225. 2 plates here, nothing special. Did for 5 reps, just the usual acclimation reps. And then right here, you're witnessing 255 pounds, just 30-pound jump, and I did it for, I believe, 3 reps. Yeah. And then here you go, changing the angles up again. I always want to spice things up, switch things up, because I feel like if you just stick to one angle, it's kind of boring to watch. So I did a 30-pound jump from 255 to 285, and then got 285 for, I believe, 2 reps. Yeah, just a warm up. When I'm warming up, I really want to get my quads, my hamstrings, my glutes. Everything has to be perfect. I have to feel right there. I just did 305 for just a single. That's my last acclimation set. Now, as you're getting closer and closer to your first, working set, you don't want to do such big increment jumps, because you really want to, because that might just throw you off. If you jump too much, you might not be able to handle the weight. Your body's not ready yet. Your CNS isn't ready yet. So that's why I chose to do 305 and then 315. And so now what you're watching here is my first working set of 315. And as you can see, I actually did put on a belt. Recently, I've been training with a belt, just because I've been cutting down. I'm low on calories, and I just feel like my leverage is off. My protocol is, as soon as there's 3 plates, or as soon as there's 315 pounds on the bar, I immediately put on a belt now. So what you're witnessing here is 315 for my first working set. I got it for 3, and I always feel like the first set's always the hardest for me, just because my body's not ready for the weight yet. But the second and third or fourth, whatever sets, they tend to get a little easier. I don't know, just because my body's primed up, it's ready it knows how much weight it's handling. But that's how I am. The goal for this workout was to get 4 sets of 3 reps with 315. Those are my main working sets. And what you're witnessing here is my second working set with 315 again. I got it for 3, so that was a success. Yeah, but anyways, last workout, I didn't film it, but I was doing squats, and I got 315 for 3 sets of 3, and then 2 sets of 2 after. So I was very, very proud of that accomplishment right there at my body weight. I'm currently weighing 154 pounds, and so 315 is feeling pretty damn heavy. And I just want to talk really briefly about this concept called progressive overload. If you guys don't know what that is, it's basically this theory of gradually putting more and more stress on your body when you're working out. So basically, in weightlifting, it means adding more weights or increasing your intensity, or you're just every time you go into the gym, you want to do something different to stimulate your body. To add more stress to your body to get stronger. Right, and this concept of progressive overload is so important. Now you can definitely increase your, progressive overload in many ways. Like I'm talking about right here, last leg workout, I told you guys I did 3 sets of 3 with 315 pounds for my main working sets, and so this coming into this workout, I wanted to get 4 sets of 3 reps instead of 3 sets of 3 reps. I didn't want to just maintain and do the same amount of weights that I did last leg workout. Even if I'm cutting, I don't care if I'm not getting, if I'm at a deficit of calories. I don't care. I want to get stronger. My goal is to get stronger, and if not even get stronger, I want to at least maintain my strength, right? But I want, when I'm cutting, I want to prove to myself that I can still get stronger. I feel like this whole cutting thing, it's like a mental thing, right? If you go into the gym and you kind of, if you have a negative attitude and you're saying, oh, I'm cutting, I'm at a net loss of calories right now, I'm not going to get a good workout, I'm probably going to be weaker, that's the wrong attitude. You want to go into the gym, have this positive, strong, confident outlook, and say, I'm going to hit these working sets today, I'm going to do it, right? And so I went in, of course it's still intimidating, 315 pounds to me is a little intimidating still. It's pretty heavy for my weight and everything, but I went in there and I said I gotta get 4 sets of 3 because I am not settling for anything less than that. Last week I did 3 sets of 3, and so I got a progressive overload and add a different kind of intensity to this workout. And like I said, there's many ways you can do progressive overload. You can increase the number of reps or sets. That's what I'm doing in this workout. I added another set of 3 for 315 pounds, or you can increase the weight. So I could have done 3 sets of 3 with 325. That's progressive overload. But basically, every time you go into the gym, you want to do something different. You want to increase. You want to gradually increase by some factor, right? Whether it be the weights that you're lifting, or you increase the reps or sets, you're doing something different, and that's also a confidence booster, right? Every time you go in the gym and you do something different, and you're not staying at this, if you're not staying at the stagnant, constant weight, it's gonna boost your confidence, and you're gonna feel stronger. Before, when I used to do squats, when I would push up, if the weight was really heavy, my knees would kind of cave in, kind of like Bambi legs, But now I'm trying my best to, even when it's heavyweight, I just push out. When I push up, I push my knees out. You never want your knees to cave in. That's one really big thing that you don't want to happen. So strict form is always essential. And what you're witnessing here is a back down set. I decided to do 2 sets of 295 for 3 reps. And as you can see, I took the belt off because 295 is a weight that I feel like I can handle. My core can handle pretty well. And you don't always want to use a belt. You don't want to always rely on one, because you want to actually engage your core muscles also. Because you don't want to be one of those guys who lifts a lot of weight but always uses a belt, and when you take off the belt, you can't even lift the same amount of weight. So after the high bar squats, I decided to just mess around a little bit. I was feeling good that day. Actually, when I came in that night, I wasn't feeling the greatest. 225 warming up felt kind of heavy, but I don't know. As soon as I broke through that 315, 4 sets of 3, the weights were feeling pretty decent, and my legs were feeling great, my body was feeling great, so I decided to just hit some front squats. I know this is like a lot of squatting volume, and I don't recommend you do this, but if you're feeling good some days, you just gotta respond to how your body's feeling. And so I did two sets of front squats with 185 pounds. Nothing too crazy. As you saw, the first set I did it without a belt, and the second set I put a belt on, just because if you can see, my upper back kind of bending a little bit, and that's just because my core was super tired. And front squat, as you know, puts a lot of that weight on your core because you have to hold it up like so. The weight distribution, is very different from the back squat. When you're doing a back squat, you have a lot more leverage. It's on your back, so you're stronger with the back squat. You're going to do more weight. But when you're doing the front squat, you're definitely going to decrease the weight because you're putting that much weight on your. Also, you're putting that much weight on your shoulders, and so that's going to bruise your collarbone or whatnot. Yeah, so front squats, got those done, 185 for 2 sets. After those sets, my legs were on fire, my quads were on fire, and I decided to just emphasize more on my hamstrings because I felt like I did a lot of quad dominant exercises. And so that was my first set of stiff leg deadlifts with dumbbells. I've been doing these instead of regular stiff leg deadlifts with a barbell. I don't know. I like these a lot right now, and I feel like my glutes and my hamstrings are really engaged when I do them. I did 3 sets with 100 pounds. The first set you saw, I did 10 reps. This is the second set that you're watching right now. I got it for 10 also. But my legs were on fire, but also my forearms were on fire just because, the dumbbells are pretty heavy, and I was tired, and my grip was kind of giving out. So this is like, I did nine reps in a row, and I got one more rep right there. I had to drop it first before I could get the 10th rep, just because my grip was giving out. And here you're witnessing the third and final set of stiff leg deadlifts, and I got it for I think 7 reps. Yeah, I was my forearm was giving out, and just my legs were dying. Man, I'm almost done with this commentary. I feel like I always have so much to say, and there's never enough footage to just cover everything I'm saying. But really quick, I just wanted to say how awesome it was that someone in the gym actually came up to me and asked me for help, for some advice on how to do a certain movement. She was, her name was Devin, I think. Devin, if you're watching this, shout out to Devin. I was doing squats or whatever, and then she was doing just like squats with a kettlebell, and she said she hasn't worked out in a while, and she was just wondering if I could give her some tips because she felt like her back was kind of breaking every time she went down. And I was telling her that like I was saying before, it's all about breathing. You gotta breathe right, hold your breath before you descend, take a deep breath, and then go down strong, come up strong. Breathing is essential. And then she started doing that, and I watched her next set, and she did a fantastic job on the kettlebell squats, or the kettlebell squats. And so that was really cool. And so I finished off this workout with 3 sets of the typical ab crunch machine. If you guys have been watching and following me, I love to incorporate this exercise into the very end of my lower body days. So that's going to conclude this lower body commentary. I want to thank you guys so much for all the support, and thank you for keeping up with the channel and watching these videos. It means a lot to me. And if you guys haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button right now and give this video a thumbs up. And I'll definitely catch you guys in the next one.
Do you feel the vibes?